What it do, people? You know what it is, and you know what it sounds like. NBA, picking with Pop. Let's roll. Happy Tuesday.
Great finance. Rich famous.
When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, Popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals. When the winner chicken, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one, Popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad lines in the air, throwing signals.
1,000 on the table, 100,000 in the bank account. Trying to get rich. Who else in the building trying to break the house? What it do, people? Happy Tuesday, Transformation Tuesday. What you working on, how you working, and is it working for you? Welcome back to another edition of NBA Picking with Pop. In-season tournament, second round or third game or whatever, how this shit go. In-room, cup is in full effect today, but not a lot of games. Only six games on the slate today. But before we get to the games, y'all know how we do. We do a quick recap of yesterday's games and how we did overall, because we want people to be full aware of what's hitting over here. Yesterday, Money Making Monday, 8 games on the slate, and the kid went 5-3 overall. And on the locks, not from Yonkers, we gave out 4 locks. We went 3-1. Only lost with Sacramento. They look El Trashington. I mean, I get it. Atlanta got to win some games eventually. And they did beat Boston this year. They have won some games, but they have been one of the worst teams this year and last year. Right up there with the Wizards, who beat them twice. With the worst, the Pelicans, they hurt, etc. But Philly lost again. Joel Embiid looking better, starting to see some life. At first it was close till it wasn't. My New York Knicks, we cleaned, we didn't mess with that game. Houston, they lost, but they pulled it out with the spread. Dame Lillard hit the game winner. Orlando over Phoenix. I told y'all that's why we gave it out as a lock. No Bradley Beal, no Durant. We knew that already. Booker been trying to carry the load. You score 44 the night before. It's going to be a little hard for you to score. And, by the way, Orlando Magic is one of the best defensive teams, right up there with Houston. I think they were saying in the last 4 games, as far as deficiency, Houston is right up there. And Orlando is good as well. Game that we lost out on, that we not surprised after the fact. And I hate that it always be like that, but hindsight is 2020. The Golden State Warriors lost to the Clippers last night. And as the game is going and they start off out the gate, talking about the Clippers, they're a deep team as well. I said, damn, man, last time I bet with the Warriors at home over the Clippers, I lost and didn't realize Ty Lue probably coached against Steve Kerr the most out of any other coach in the NBA history, with the Cavs going to the finals those 4 times, 2 times a year, etc. So he's well versed with them. And although it looked like they don't got Kawhi, which they don't, and they got rid of Westbrook and Paul George, playoff P, still got a good team, still a good coach team, still a team that's gonna fight. And they may just have Golden State number. But with that being said, overall, our record now is 104 and 107, so we inching closer to being 500. And that don't really matter to me. I'm not going to lie. I do want to give out the right picks. But the only thing that matters is the locks, not from Yonkers. And with the locks, we are now, because we went 3-1 yesterday, brings our total up to 51 and 46. JaY, on the other hand, on his premiums, a.k.a. locks, he's now 13 and 14. I didn't watch the show today, but I did see that. And he went 4-4 yesterday, bringing his grand total up to 106, 105. With that said, let's jump to the first NBA game of the day. It should be a doozy. TNT sure Charles Barkley, Shaq and the boys, Kenny Smith and them, they're going to be hyped up for this one. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Boston getting 5.5. And at first I thought a lot of people was going to be on Boston. On money line, they are minus the 225 because eventually Cleveland got to lose, right? You know what I mean? And I think they will lose, but I don't think they lose by the 5.5. I think it's going to be a close game, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland win outright. And this is why when you go back to the playoffs last year, although they lost, Donovan Mitchell got hurt, Porzingis was there, so like we was at our less and y'all was at your best. Now y'all missing, I think, the guy that puts them over the top. Without Porzingis, then they are a good team. Not going to shit on the Boston Celtics. And I fucks with Jaylen Brown and Tatum, right? Even though we made a song, Kyrie and Luka. He puts them over the top because he is a unicorn. He can do stuff that, only a few players can do, despite what you might think about him and his injuries, him coming to the Knicks, etc. Porzingis is nice, you know what I mean? And now he's a champion. Without him, I think it's even match. And in fact, I think the slight edge is to Cleveland. New coach, obviously, really no big men besides Horford to really hang with Jared Allen and Mobley. And I think they playing with a certain type of swag. It's the cup for whatever that means. But in the first game, I'm going with the 5.5. I'm taking Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. Next game, we got Charlotte out on the road at Brooklyn Zoo. Brooklyn giving 3. Not really quite sure why Brooklyn is giving 3. I think it should be more like 1, 1.5, maybe even a pick'em. Maybe. You know what I mean? I know Brooklyn is home. They just fought the Knicks tough twice at the Garden and at the Barclays. I want to take Charlotte, but I'm going to go with Brooklyn at home. I have to take Brooklyn. I think they definitely can win money line, so that means you can win the game. If you can win money line, you can win by 3, 4 points. Charlotte been playing some tough, close games, but again, reason why they lost to Cleveland by 14, beat the Bucks by 1. Bucks been alright. You lost to the Magic. You even lost to Philly in overtime. Good wins against the Pacers, against Pistons. Lose to the Wolves. Lose to the Celtics twice. Charlotte's alright, but I'm going to go with Brooklyn. Next game, we got Denver out on the road at Memphis. Memphis giving 3.5. I like Denver. I like Denver for the quick revenge. They just lost to them. I don't know if Joker's going to play. Still, up in the air with personal issues, but I'm going with Denver for the revenge game. I'm going to keep that short, sweet, and simple. Next game on, we got the New Orleans Pelicans out on the road at Dallas. Dallas minus 12.5. Luka should be back tonight. Even if he's not back, I like Dallas. Not going to bet on this game. Spread is too high. I don't really like Dallas with a lot of the points. And, certain games you just got to stay away from. You got to, know your niche. And I'm still learning that as I do these videos every day, which is something that I have never done before as far as the NBA. I'm on YouTube every day, though. You know what I mean? Next game, OKC out on the road at the Spurs. Spurs getting 9.5. That's the second game on TNT. I like OKC to win. I like the Spurs to cover. And, like I said, I don't see much of the OKC games. But the game that I did watch against the Clippers, and again, I know the Clippers is a well-coached, rough, type of team. They know they sets, and you wouldn't think that with Harden leading the way. But with Powell, with Trey Mann, with Ty Lue at the helm, Zubats is tough. They got a tough team. But I say that to say when they played the Clippers, and I quoted this example a few times since watching that game, Zubats was barbecue chicken in them niggas, like Shaq, like, give me the ball, you niggas can't hold me, 1, 2, then bottom. You know what I mean? Layup in your face, dunking in your face. They don't got no big men, you know what I mean? And I get it. I say like, yeah, I'm gonna do this too as long as I can do it. What he supposed to say? Well, he supposed to look into the camera, to the world, and say, listen, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to bang with these 4s and these 5s. Home check, hurry up and come back. Hollistein, hurry up and get back. What he gonna say? He gotta say, yo, we gonna hold it down for as long as possible. And They've been getting by on some Talib Kweli shit. Just to get by, just to get by. Let's see what they've been playing, though, since he went out. I think he went out against the Trailblazers, right? And, well, maybe he went out against the Warriors. Let me see real quick. Yeah. Played against the Trailblazers. Then that very next game against the Clippers. No, he played against the Clippers. So when did he go out? Did he go out against the Rockets? Didn't go out against the Rockets. Maybe it was the Warriors. I think he went out against the Warriors. All right, so he went out against the Warriors. Then the next game against the Clippers, he went out. All right, so what day was that he went out? He went out on the 10th. That's the last game he played. But since then, that's why I had to go back real quick. Played the Clippers. They won. They didn't cover. Played the Pelicans. They won. They covered. Played the Suns, and they won. Then they lost to Dallas, 2 big men. And I know they only got Wembanyama, but they home. I think OKC will win. I don't see them covering the spread. I see and the spread here is 9.5. Last and final game of the night, we got Utah at the Lakers. Lakers giving 11. I think Lakers will win as well, but I'm gonna go with the points. Lakers don't really be blowing nobody out. They barely cover. Sometimes they come out with energy. Sometimes they don't. I mean, you know, the head of their team is a 40-year-old about to be man. Also, Anthony Davis, who even though he's younger, you know, just the injury, the eyes, always something. I think Hamachimura is may not play tonight, but that's who I'm going with. I'm going with Utah with the points. Here go the locks tonight.
Yeah. Great fighter.
Bombs on the
Rich
beat.
famous.
When the winner's ticking, then the money line clicking. Those who do it daily, one-on-one popovism. Coupon gray, got the fire badge lit up. Hit the bad line in the air, throwing signals.
Only 6 games today. We ain't gonna complicate it, but we're gonna give out 3. We're gonna go with Cleveland. Cleveland rocks. Taking Brooklyn at home, and we taking the Spurs with that 9.5 over OKC. Cleveland, Brooklyn, Spurs. Let me know who y'all like. Let me know who you taking. Let me know what you think I'm bugging out at. Of course, y'all was tuned in to Popovich TV, NBA Pick'em. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid.